Katrina.
Yes.
So we have our $1 Million Club member mentor, Bibiana, here. She's an executive six-star diamond director and #1 top income earner in I think North America or Europe. I think, yeah.
Hi, Bibiana.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm longing to see you.
Hi,
My goodness, Bibiana.
Yes. Yeah, I miss you all.
I miss you too.
Yes. Yeah. I just helping my teammates. She came up to my house and signed up one new member.
Oh, that's great.
More than 500 points. Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Wow.
Yeah.
How is that happen? Can you share with us?
Yes, of course. Yeah. You know, now the pandemic period. So that's why he is the owner of the buffet restaurant. So one of my teammates paid a visit to him. He told us about his situation. He closed his buffet restaurant in March. But after that, they changed the business for selling seafood and grocery. But most important, he spent a lot of money to do the online business. So people, you know, can online order the food, but he keeps spending money to upgrade his system. So when I share about Usana, besides he have a health issues, but most important, I told him that he no need to invest any money for the system, and also no need to worry about keep stock. You know, for traditional business, he has spent a lot of money to keep stock. So that's why he came over to my house. I shared the opportunity to him. He signed up right away, and he see a big business because he loved the global business when he signed up as a consumer, and now he wants to run his business. So I'm glad to help him to have one more a global business that he can build, not worry about his traditional business, have a keen competition on the market.
That's great.
Yeah, so that's why every day we have chance to helping people, you know.
Good.
To have a better health and better life, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to listen Donald great presentation, and Angela, you know,
I know. Brother Don is the top MC. He's a top MC.
Wow, yeah, top
yes.
MC, yeah, Donald, yeah.
Yes.
And
Brother Don, where are you, Brother Don?
Yes.
It is so nice to hear somebody saying good about me. Bibiana, welcome.
Yeah. You know,
well.
You know, you have a great leader.
Yes, of course.
You know, Dr. Tan, Linda.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah, she's so good. Yeah. So that's why your team, you are too lucky to have such a great mentor and great leader.
Well.
Yes.
We are blessed. We are
and
blessed.
we're lucky to have you too, because you are Dr. Linda's upline. So you the upper line. So we are lucky to have you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we all have because we are good people, attract good people, right?
That's right.
Yeah, thank you. Happy to see of you, huh?
Yes. So we're gonna start now. Not me, Dr. Linda. I'm taking over. No.
So
all right.
Donald, yes.
Yes. All right, here we are again. We want to welcome everyone. And to see, I want to remind us that we are all on camera all over the world. So what we do, we must be careful of what we do, because we are on camera.
Okay.
All right. I had to reprimand somebody the other day because they were doing something, and sometime when we have our good speakers presenting, is everybody hearing me?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
All right, yes. When our good speaker was presenting, it could cause distraction. So I want to welcome everyone. Let us focus. Let us remember that we are here to share, and we do not want in any way to distract anyone, because sometimes the very thing that they need to hear is at the point when they were distracted. So welcome everyone to our meeting. I tell you, this virtual thing has really been a blessing, because we have the opportunity to get a number of people joining us. I had invited some friends. Remember, I had required that each person invite somebody. And I'm just wondering, who invited somebody today?
I invited somebody today, but they're not
All
here
right.
yet.
Oh, and they are online?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right.
I just text them and they said okay, but I haven't seen them yet.
All right. Okay. Well, anyway, I invited about 3 or 4 persons, but they haven't come yet. So anyway, we won't delay any longer, and we'll go right into our program this evening. We will be doing eye health, and we have a special person who will be doing this, and her name is, as you can see there, Angela Moy. She has she has a number of accomplishments: lifetime premium platinum pace setter, USANA silver director, licensed acupuncturist, and of course licensed national health specialist and pharmaceutical and nutritional consultant. She has completed her course the other day. Congratulations again, Angela. And you're going to take us to a very wonderful presentation on our eyes. Our eyes, they say, is the eye is the what? The entrance to the
Entrance of
soul,
the soul.
right?
Yes.
So in
Right.
other words, when people look at you, they can know whether you're positive or negative. And sometimes, not like when I used to misbehave and my mom would just give me a look, that's a different eye look, right? Right? So
Depends what
many
you're
of us
doing.
have that. So Angela, take it over
Okay.
and share with us. All right?
Okay. Thank
Go
you,
ahead, my
Donald.
dear.
Thank you, Donald, for your wonderful introduction about the eyes. And I also want to thank Dr. Linda for giving me this opportunity to share with you about the eye health. I enjoy sharing USANA, the USANA nutrition, and also I want to thank you for taking your time to
Yes.
listen to my presentation tonight. So before I start, I want to say that there are a lot of light waves in this universe that our eyes are not able to see. So the entire spectrum, which can be seen by the human eye, which is just here, the visible light, is only a tiny spectrum of the whole electronic spectrum. This is 0.0035% that we can see. And the range of wavelength that we can not see, like radio waves, the infrared, the ultraviolet, the X-ray, and the gamma rays that we cannot see. What we can see is only the visible portion, that are the red color, the orange color, the yellow color, green color, blue color, violet color, and also the white and the black color. So the human eyes can only see this light because the light is actually stimulating our retina in the human eye. So let's take a closer look at how the light can pass through our eyes. So when the light passes through the front of our eyes, so this is focused on the cornea. See, this is the cornea. This is the clear and curved part of in the front. And from the cornea, the light passes through the iris. The iris is here. The iris is the color part of our eye. And depending on the pigments, we can have black eyes, brown eyes, blue eyes, green eyes, and sometimes red eyes.
So this iris controls the light passing through the pupil, which is here. The pupil is the black circle of our eyes, and also the iris adjusts the size of the pupil. So when the cornea in the front and the lens here, the crystal lens here behind the iris, and they are curved in nature. So with the curvature, they actually reflect the light and make it a sharp focus back at the retina at the back of the eye. So the lens here is the only part of our eyes that can actually change its dimensions because they have muscles here around, up and down and around the lens. And this muscle actually can pull the lens to make it flatter, rounder, or make it loose. And this will change the focus of our eyes to look at near vision and far vision. So this process is called accommodation of our eyes. So, and the cells in the retina at the back here, they also, you can see a lot of blood vessels here. And they also have electrochemical impulses collected by the retina, and they transfer to the brain. So now you see how the light moves in. So I want to also take a closer look at each part of our eyes. So let's start from the outside first. The outside is our eyelids here. The eyelids actually protect our eyeballs. And under the eyelids, we have many tear ducts, tear glands. And the eyelids protects the surface of the eye here, and so that the cornea remain moist. And the gland here, the lamellar gland here, is actually releasing a lot of tears into the eye surface. And the tears help reflect the light and also lubricate the eyes, also help cleansing any dust, anything get into the eyes, and also protect the eyes. So this lamellar gland also produce tears when we are crying. So it gives a lot of tears if we are crying. And the tear duct here is actually part of the tear drainage system. It drains tears through the nasal bone, the nose, back to the nose. So the eyelid is responsible to spread the tears evenly across the eye. So when we sleep, the eyelid close and it block the light, but they also keep the cornea moist. I want to talk about the tears here now because the tears are actually very important to our eyes health and to our vision. So most of the tears from the lamellar gland, and when we blink our eyes, actually the eyelids are spreading the tears all across the eyes to keep them lubricate and healthy. So now let's take a closer look at the structure of the eye. So our eyes is actually a very, very complicated organ. So the diameter of the eyes is actually about 2.1 to 2.7 centimeter. So this is about the size of the Canadian loonie dollar coin, $1 or $2 coin. This is about the size. So our eye also have 3 layers. The outermost layer is the white part. This is the sclera and also the cornea. And these are made of fiber and they provide the shape of the eyes. Oh, and the sclera, the white part, also made of collagen. And the middle layer, this brown layer, consists of the iris, the ciliary body, and the choroid. And this layer contains a lot of the blood vessels, and they provide nutrients to the eyes. And the iris here in the front, they control the amount of light entering the eye by controlling the pupil. And the cilia body here, as I mentioned, is actually the muscles that is tightening the lens, make it flatter or make it looser to help us focus. And the innermost layer of the eye is the retina. This is the brown part here. The retina has a lot of photoreceptors, and they also have a lot of blood vessels. So the photoreceptors is the they have the rods that helps to look at the light and the white and the black color. And also they have the cones photoreceptor, which help us to look at the colors and to look at sharp vision. So the macula here, this red dot here, is actually part of the retina. So, and it contains high density of cones and specialized accurate images. And the optic nerve here is when the retina collect the images, they are actually transferred through the optic nerve to the brain, and the brain will interpret what we are seeing. So I want to highlight here that there are fluids, water, liquids in front of the eyes here, and also water here at the back of the eye. And this liquid is very important to keep the shape and the pressure inside the eyeball. So this liquid behind the eye is called the vitreous humor. And this fluid are made of hyaluronic acid, collagen, and some diluted saltwater solutions. So that's why people say when we are crying, we can feel that our tears are kind of salty. So because there are salt here. And also there are collagens in the thickest layer of the retina here. So with aging, inflammation, and other issues, this fluid can degenerate, they can get more viscous, and they can cause stress to the retina and cause problem with our vision. Also, if there is not enough liquids in our eyes, the shape, the round shape of our eyeball may be changed, and they may also detach the retina from the optic disc. So it may cause blurry vision and eye floaters. So our eyes are complicated, isn't it? So I haven't finished. So let's take a look at the muscles of our eyes. So there are actually 6 muscles that move our eyes. This one move up, this one move down, this one move to the right, this one move to the left. And there are muscles under the eye and above the eye that actually rotate our eyes. So now let's take a look at how our vision is transferred to our brain. So this is called the eye-brain connection, the visual pathway. So the eyes is actually here, our eyeball. There is a connection, optic nerve, that goes to the back of our brain, and this is the optic center. So this is the whole of our brain, and the whole of our brain is here. So our eyeballs, this is the 2 of our eyeballs. So just want to show you, one eyeball actually can look at things from the right side of the eyeball and from the left side of the eyeball. And same with the eyeball on the other side, that they have a right side vision and a left side vision, which shows in the blue color and the yellow color. So this blue color is the left side vision. You can actually go into the right side of the eye, and then it travels down to one side of the brain. So vision from this side of the eye goes to the inside of the eyeball, and it travels to this side of the brain. So don't want to make things too complicated. Just want to show you this pathway, the visual pathway. If we have problem anywhere of the pathway, we have different problems with our vision. For example, if we have problem at this optic nerve lesion here, so the eyeball on this side, all the visions from this eyeball is lost. So if we have, or some problems with this side of the eye. If we have problem at this connection in the middle, because this connection connects to vision from the nose part of the vision. So if we have this portion, we lost vision of the side, because this here is looking at vision from the side. This one looking, so if we have portion here, we lose the peripheral vision. If we have problem with this portion and this portion of the eye. They are from the same side of the eye, so we will lose partial vision from one side of the eye. Okay, so it's a little bit complicated. Now let's take a look at the eye diseases and the eye symptoms. So these are some common eye diseases, like for example, if we have reflective errors, this is when we have symptoms like nearsightedness and farsightedness, or astigmatism, where our eyeballs are not good enough to see the light. We have other diseases like cataract, glaucoma, age-related macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy. So this type of diseases, we may have problems like blurry vision, eye floaters. We may even have partial vision and tunnel vision, and also night blindness or visual blindness. For example, if we have retinitis pigmentosa or some other infection of the eyes, we may have problems like red eyes, dry eyes, eye pain, vision problems, and also if we have overuse our eyes, we can get tired eyes. So here are some statistics of the eye disease. So more than 50% are cataract problems, and this is a very high proportion of eye disease. And then we have about 8% that are glaucoma, 5% that are age-related macular degeneration, and 1% that are diabetic retinopathy, and there are 3% that are due to uncorrected reflective errors. So these are the nearsighted and short-sighted and far-sighted problems. So also our eye symptoms can also reflect some of the diseases that we have. For example, if our sclera is yellowish, it may show that we have liver jaundice problem. And if we pull down our eyelids and look at our eyelids and see that this is whitish color or pale color, this may show that we have blood deficiency and we may not have enough blood in our circulation. For example, if we have puffy eyes in one or both eyes, that means our tear ducts are not draining properly. We may have problems with our spleen, our stomach, and kidney problem, or drainage our circulations. If we have fat granules around our eyes, this may show that we have high cholesterol. And for bulging eyes, or our eyes are bulging out, this may be due to hyperthyroidism. We may have too much thyroid hormones. And for example, if we have a droopy eyes, and this may be a pre-symptom of a pre-stroke symptoms, it may say that we may have brain tumor, or we may have nerve and muscular problem. So all these symptoms may show or reflect some of the diseases in our body. So now let's take a closer look at some of the diseases that we have. The first one, cataract. This is the more than 50% of people with eye disease have cataract problem. The cataract are actually, we can see from the outside, this is clouding of the lens. And you can actually see that the pupil and the iris area are turning white color. It's because the lens is actually blocking, or the protein inside the lens is actually coagulating, and or the pigment is also coagulating. So this clumps is clogging the lens, and the light is not able to pass through and go directly to the retina, and it will cause blurry vision at the back. And cataract also develops slowly and can affect one eye or both eyes. So besides blurry vision, we can also have faded colors, double vision, halos around the light, and also trouble with bright lights and trouble seeing at night. So this may result in trouble driving, reading, and recognizing faces. So the most popular way of correcting cataract is using surgery, and they actually remove the whole lens and replace it with a new lens. For glaucoma, Glaucoma is a group of eye conditions that damage the optic nerve at the back here. And this damage is usually caused by very high pressure in the eye. This is the water part of the eye. And this pressure will be maybe due to the blockage of tears. The tears are blocking and they cannot drain, or whatever fluid inside here is not able to drain properly. So the pressure is building inside. So glaucoma is one of the leading cause of blindness for people over 60 years old. And the outcome of glaucoma due to pressing on the sides of the eye, they lost the peripheral vision. So they don't see things outside, and they will slowly narrow down the vision. And the vision loss from glaucoma, if it's occur, usually is permanent. It's very difficult to cure. So this one is called macular degeneration. This is usually result in blurry or no vision, and it is in the center. This one is in the center of the visual sight because the macula, which is the color vision and the sharp region of the retina, is degenerated. So usually is due to age. It occurs in older people, but also it can happen due to genetics problem or people who smoke a lot, and because they damage the macula and also the retina. Since the retina is for sharp vision and also for color, if the retina is degenerated, we are not able to see clearly. We lose the shape of things that we see shadows, and the colors are not clear. This one is diabetic retinopathy. This is caused by prolonged high blood glucose inside the eyes, and also because of the high blood sugar inside the eyes, it is damaging to the blood vessels at the back of the retina. And usually at the very beginning, usually there is no symptoms, but when the blood sugar getting too high, and it can actually weaken and damage the blood vessels inside the eye, and also cause bleeding, is causing a swelling of the eyes. And when this happens, the retina has less oxygen and nutrients there, and also the blood vessels turn abnormal. So with this, they can cause the blockages of the blood vessels and cause the proteins to coagulate with the sugar, and this can cause floaters in the eyes or blurry vision. This one is called retinitis pigmentosa, and this is a genetic problem. This is caused by the breakdown and loss of cells in the retina, especially the color cone cells, and then these cone cells and also cause blockages of the blood vessel. You can see a lot of blood vessels here are clogged, and they will cause problems like losing the peripheral vision, and slowly they reduce to tunnel vision and even blindness. So this one, I want to show you when tear duct blockage or inflammation, sometimes the newborn babies also have this problem. And but when it happens to a newborn baby, usually it can clear up later. But when it happens to an adult, it may get serious. The most common symptoms of blocked tear duct is having watery eyes, also non-stop tearing from the eyes. They also get red eyes, irritation, having mucus and discharge from the eyes, having crust built on the eyelids, eye inflammation, or even pink eye, blurry vision, and also a lot of pain and swelling. So the tear duct also need to be drained properly. So I'm sure we all have seen these eye charts every year when we check our eyes. So this eye chart is actually a standardized chart where it plays about 20 feet away from the person who is taking the eye reading. And when we say people have 20/20 vision, that means the person who is standing 20 feet away from this chart can read this line of letters, and this is considered as normal vision. So, but if our cornea or if our lens are not curved properly, the light may not be reflecting directly to the back of the retina, and they may be reflecting in front of the retina, which will cause the nearsightedness. So if the light is reflected to the back of the retina, we may have farsightedness. But if the cornea or the iris have uneven surface and the light is reflecting everywhere, this is called the astigmatism. And this one we will have problems seeing clear things. And usually a laser surgery is good for astigmatism. Here is an example of eye floaters. Most eye floaters are caused by age-related changes that occurs in this fluid-like area of the eyes. And the fluid inside are getting viscous and proteins are coagulate together. So when the light passes through, they pass through this coagulation, and then we can see all these floaters in front of our eyes. But usually this type of floaters will only last a few weeks or a few months, because after a while, our brain actually get used to it and ignore these floaters, and we think we're okay. But actually, when we do our eye exams, the eye doctor can see that we have floaters inside the eyes. Since we're talking about eyes today, I also want to talk about blue light and its effect on our health. And usually we can see as blue light as part of the visible spectrum. And the sunlight actually has the highest amount of blue light, and that can affect to our eyes. But we don't look at the sunlight all the time. But we do now these days look at TV screens, we look at the mobile phones, and those will give us the blue light, and they may affect our eyes. So some of the effects, like it can induce headaches or migraine headaches, or it can cause our eyes to be very tired and sometimes eye pain. Because our eyes are linked to the brain, and when this blue light actually can suppress some of the melatonin production by our brain. So melatonin is the hormones that we need for our sleep. We need this to make us falling asleep. So if we are lacking this one, we think we are very alert, but actually this is not good for our eyes and also for our health. So blue light and also can damage our retina. So please reduce your eye strain on TV, computers, and also smartphones. So here I also show you 10 eyesight improvement tips. This is by Dr. William Bates. He is a very famous ophthalmologist. So what he's saying is there are 10 tips here. First, he said we need to relax our eyes after every 15 to 30 minutes of reading or watching TV or using our iPhones. Also, we can rotate our focus on dots around a letter or a flame. It doesn't need to be a letter E, but we can look at a square and then rotate at each corner of the square. This is part of exercising the eye muscle. Or we can look at the central vision. For example, we look at a big tree, and then we can see a bird on a tree. We can look at that as a central vision and look at the big tree as a side vision. And we can also blink our eyes because this will increase the tears to our eyeballs. We can also increase the breathing because breathing can increase the oxygen to our body and also oxygen to our eyes. We can improve movement. So he said by turning your body this way, you can actually turning the liquids inside your eyeballs sideways, and also may be able to put some proteins, settle some proteins, and help the drainage. This one, number 7, is memory and imagination. He said, if you are remembering an image, and then with that image, you also imagine that image is in front of you using your eyesight. So with this eyesight and imagination, you're actually strengthening your eye-brain connections. Number 8 is switching. So switching from a far distance to a near distance is actually doing the exercise of the eye muscles, looking at a far distance and a close distance every day. Is actually exercising the eye muscles. And number 9 is the sunshine. So sunshine at certain time of the day, according to Dr. Bates, is actually can stimulate the retina. So of course, we shouldn't be looking at the sunshine when the sun is too bright. We have to wear sunglasses. But looking at sunrise in the morning, according to him, may be good to stimulate the retina. So number 10 is reading fine prints. So sometimes we say, don't look at too much fine prints. Yes, he agreed, but he said we should train our eyes looking at fine prints from time to time, only from time to time, and this may actually strengthen the eye muscles. So this is the tips from Dr. William Bates, and you can find more information from him online. So now I also want to talk about the nutrients that can improve our eyesight. So for your information, we have a blood-brain barrier that prevents certain things that go to our brain. For example, certain proteins and certain large objects that can go through the blood vessels to our brain. So this is actually to protect our brain from certain external pathogens. But the retina and the optic nerve are also protected by this blood-brain barrier. So the blood-brain barrier allows only some molecules, such as oxygen, carbon dioxide, and some hormones and some smaller polar molecules to pass through. But also these nutrients here have been known to be able to pass through the blood-brain barriers to our eyes. So these are the vitamin A from tomatoes, papayas, and carrots, the vitamin C from oranges, strawberries, peppers, and broccoli, and also vitamin E from wheat germs, from some good oils, nuts, and seeds. And we all know that zeaxanthin and luteins are the nutrients that our eyes is good for our eyes. Why? Because they can pass through the blood-brain barrier to our eyes. So we can find them from leafy green vegetables, mangoes, kiwis, honeydews, peas, corns, and red grapes. So what is a good combination of supplements for our eyes? Here is a program from USANA family. So from the micronutrients, this is health packs and substantials. I will talk more about each one later. For the optimizers for our eyes and brain, they have the Vision X DX and the Copper Prime. And the optimizers to improve the cardiovascular system, the muscles, bones, and the nerves, because we have all this around and inside our eyes. They have the Biomega, Provivanol C100, C200, Coquilin 30 and 100, and Magnical D. There is also optimizers to help us detox, to get rid of some of the proteins that cause eye floaters or some blockages that won't drain our tears. Pepper Plus can help. And also optimizers that help for the external eyes. This is the Celevive Hydrating Eye Essence. So let's take a look at the micronutrient portion first. This is the health pack, and health pack first. Health pack is a powerful combination of comprehensive nutrition. It has the AM and the PM pack, and it includes the USANA intelligence technology, and also it has the Cell Essentials, Magnical D tablet in there, and also have an exclusive Cell Essential boosters that is only unique to Health Pack. And this combination provide the fundamentals for our cells. And the formula also can protect, nourish, protect, and renew our cells. And the Cell Essentials in the Health Pack have the vital antioxidants and the core minerals, and they cover a broad range of, they have the added phytonutrients from the intelligence complex. And the Magnical D provide magnesium, calcium, and vitamin D to deliver cellular health for the bones, for the muscles, and also give us energy. So this group of micronutrients include the prenatal Cell Essentials for prenatal mother or postnatal mothers, the body ox for the teenagers, and the Eusanimals for the kids under 12 years old. So this group of micronutrients actually provide the basic health for our body, and it has 10 benefits. It gives us the energy to the cells. It improves the heart and the cardiovascular system. It supports the brain and nervous system. It also improve our eyes, support the bones and teeth, and also the immune system, and the muscle tissue and joints, and the skin, hair, and nails, and also our metabolism and digestion, and also our mood. So the next group is the group to improve the eyes and the brain, and I want to emphasize the Vision X DX. And who needs Vision X? People who are looking at the computer screens or phones all day, or those people working outdoors in direct sunlight without sunglasses, or this is for anybody who wants to improve and maintain the long-term eye health. Vision X has the antioxidants property, help to maintain long-term eye health and support visual performance. It also helps to support the eye health in conditions associated with sun damage, such as cataracts and age-related macular degeneration, and also for cataracts as well. The Vision X has a high antioxidant formula, including the luteins and zeaxanthin that I have mentioned, and also the bilberry extract that work together to protect the retina from UV rays damaging. It also has vitamin C and other nutrients that help maintain the structure and integrity of the lens. For people with poor vision, cataract, glaucoma, and retinal problems, they need to use Vision X DX as their eye health. Another product that I want to highlight is the Copper Prime. This will help the brain health. And as I mentioned, the eyes are connected to the brain. And if we support the brain health, we can also support our eyes. So Copper Prime actually assists in mental performance, such as focus, alertness, memory, and learning process, while also delivering nutritional support for the brain. It has the intelligence cognitive support complex, including the copper extracts, the coffee extracts, and also the American ginseng extract. And this is good for the brain cognitive functions. Another group of optimizers that I want to recommend is the group that can improve the cardiovascular system, the muscles, the bones, and the nervous system. So Biomega has the omega-3 fatty acids, which include the EPA and DHA. And these are the two omega-3 fatty acids that are important for memory and learning. And also they support good cardiovascular and cognitive health and brain functions. And omega-3 is also good for the cell membranes and also for our eyes the membrane for the eyes. The provisional C100 and C200 combines the grape seed extract and vitamin C, and they work together to protect the cells and enhance our body normal immune system. It has been clinically proven to support circulatory and cardiovascular health, and it helps to retain healthy normal cholesterol level and also the cholesterol and the blood vessels in the eyes as well. The coquelin 30 at 100, this supports the creation of energy in our cells when the nutrients that benefits the muscle functions, our nerves, and our cardiovascular health. So it is clinically proven that more CoQ10 to our blood system, actually it can help renew our cell energy function and also keep up with the high energy demand of our hearts and cardiovascular system. So Mannoccal D is also included here because it gives equal amounts of magnesium and calcium, and it also have include vitamin D. So the benefits of Mannoccal D is to support the bone health, and the bone health is also support the growth of bone marrow, and bone marrow supports the production of red blood cells and white blood cells, and also our immune cells from there. And it will also support the heart function, the muscles, and the energy metabolism. And it definitely can help our eyes as well. So here is another optimizers to help detoxification. We don't want to have the toxins accumulate inside our eye fluids. So we don't want to have eye floaters or blurry visions due to poor detoxification. So HAPA Plus is good in helping our liver and our eyes to detox. And this will reduce the workload of the liver. And you can see the key ingredients here include miltazol, alpha lipoic acid, and acetylcysteine, green tea extract, olive oil extract, broccoli stem concentrate, curcumin, choline, and biotin. This is part of the intelligence technology that helps the cell signaling and provide the energy for the inside of our body and our eyes. So the last product I want to recommend is something actually outside of the eye. This is for external support. This is the Celavive Hydrating Eye Essence. This actually helps to visibly brighten, lift, soften, and depuff our eyes. It has a lightweight formula. It's featuring ultra hydrating ingredients designed to improve the appearance of the delicate skin around the eyes. Actually, I want to highlight two ingredients from this eye essence. One is the ginkgo leaf extract, and the other one is the Persian silk tree bark extract. So the ginkgo is not only for the brain, it actually contains quercetin. This is a phytonutrient that provide antioxidants and really help to minimize the appearance of redness of the eyes and the tiredness of the eyes. And the Persian silk tree extract is actually reduces the visibility of claw feet and dark circles around the eyes. There's actually clinical studies to show that the eye essence can reduce wrinkles around the eyes after 4 weeks of usage. So today, I have presented to you about our eyes, how we can see things, how each part of our eyes function, and some of the eye diseases and the symptoms, and the effects of our vision, and also some tips on how to improve our eyes and some nutrients and supplements to take care of our eyes. So I hope this is helpful, and thank you for your time. And I'm going to pass it back to Donald. Thank you.
Right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, we want to thank Angela very much for bringing out to us the very important aspect of the eye. My first question, I see Dr. Linda set up the question and answer ready for question. if you have the choice, having listened to the importance of your eye, if you have the choice of your losing your sight and losing your hearing, which of them would you say is the most important one to you? Anybody?
We're losing, we can't hear you too well now.
We can't hear you, Donald.
You can hear me?
Can't hear too well now. We started off not too bad.
Speak.
All right, okay.
Losing your sight.
Can you still hear me now?
Yes.
Well, not too much, a little bit.
All right, okay. Let me see something. I think I have something showed me that I had lost.
Losing your sight.
Okay, just a moment. I'm gonna turn off one of the things that I have. Let me see now. All right, can you hear me now?
Now it's
Better.
better.
Yeah, much better. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I think one of my my headphone was taking it. So you still can hear me, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And now it's
All right, okay. Well, let's get back to it. I was asking the question, if you had a choice of losing your hearing and losing your sight after listening to Angela, what would you say is the most, which one would you choose, rather?
My eyes.
Your eyes?
I don't want to lose my sight.
You would prefer, Sister Slowly, to keep your sight?
Yes.
All right. Anybody else?
I want them both, but my eyes.
No, you have a choice. I'm taking away
Yes,
one from you.
my
eyes,
my
most important to me, yeah.
My
Eyes.
eyes.
What's important?
Yeah.
to you.
All right.
Eyes.
So I suppose you unanimous. We thumbs up for our eyes.
Eyes.
All right. But listen now. What if people saying things about you and you can't hear?
I don't care.
All right. Okay. The eye is the most important part of our body that I tell you. I would prefer for people to say what they want to say because I always hear they said, what people say about you shouldn't really affect you, right? Because you know what is inside of you. So, all right. So thanks again, Angela, for sharing with us the importance of the eye. And I see Dr. Linda have some questions here. But before she goes on to these questions, I just want to quickly just recap. I will start from the bottom up. Angela mentioned a member of the CELAV that is a part that can be used with your eyes.
Eye essence.
Listen to me now. I don't want you to answer out of order. Raise your hand, right? You have that indicator on the screen to raise your hand. All right? And I will recognize those who raise their hand. I see 520, which is
Which is me.
520.
Which is me.
All right.
It's me.
Go ahead. Go ahead. All right. All right. Go ahead.
I raised my hand already.
Yes, and
And
I
said
lower
the
it
eye
down. So
essence.
eye
Yeah,
essence.
the
All
answer
right.
is the eye essence.
Good. And Alexandria did raise her hand next. And what I want to ask, what were the two things that she mentioned that is in the eye essence?
The ginkgo leaf extract, and the Persian silk tree
All
extract.
right.
All right.
Excellent.
I tell you, Dr. Linda, we have to work on something to give Alexander for keeping. Let's just give her a round of applause for that. Right?
All right.
All right. Let us give her a round of applause. Wonderful.
That's right.
And for those who may have had the same answer, you're also recognized. All right, because we are here not only to hear but also to learn. All right.
Yes.
I'll enjoy. Yes.
Yes.
Have fun.
We talk about the eye structure. It is divided into how many sections? How many sections? Hands again, hands up, hands up.
Okay, hands up. Hold on, hands up.
All right.
Veronica, you gotta be quick.
All right, Alexander, go ahead.
I'm not watching, don't know.
Go ahead,
1,
Alexander.
2, 3,
I
4,
think
5,
it's 2.
6.
They're
Six.
talking about townhouse.
6.
No, eye structure. She
Eye
mentioned,
structure?
yes.
Or 2. 2.
I think it's 2, and then
Two,
yeah.
The lens and the four cell points.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
to tell you something, I won't give you a pass for that.
Why?
Anybody else?
4 then. 4.
It's 3.
Your guess. Who said 3? Who said 3? Raise your
I
hand.
think-
Let me see. Who said 3?
Me, Petra.
All right. Okay. Well, she has it correctly. Can you name them, please?
I don't know. You have the outer layer, the inner, and the middle layer.
All right.
Those are the
Okay.
3 sections.
All right.
You got me there.
Tell me something. The inner layer, where is it located on the eye?
Retina. The
Pardon me?
inner is the retina at the back.
All right. Okay. Correct. I hope others are making notes, I see Dr. Linda smiling away because she
already.
I might ask her a question and she has to dig back on her years of experience.
There's all those the retina, the macula, and the optic nerves. Those are the inner part.
The inner, the outer, and the middle.
All right. Okay. She also mentioned about the eccentric eye muscles. All right. Tell me what you understand from it.
The blue light, it gives you headaches and migraine.
The muscles.
That's the
No,
muscle or
Muscles.
I'm talking about the muscles.
Yeah.
Oh.
The eccentric eye muscles.
You have six sets of muscles that controls the eye for movement
Okay.
and so on.
Good. So we're talking about things like how it is. All right. Dr. Linda, could you put the slide with the vision where it is after the eccentric eye, right? It's in the closer, in the earlier stage, right? Where you see the vision, how the eyes cross in order. The next one, Dr. Linda, not that one. The next one. The one after the eccentric eye. Yes,
one.
right there. This one. Okay. If you notice the visual part, right? So you might be looking at something, but if you notice, we are able to see a sort of a peripheral section, right? And I want you to take note of this. If you notice there, how every part of the eye function in order for you to focus. Isn't it wonderful?
yes.
And why did we learn that the eye is the extension of what part of our body?
Soul.
So
Go ahead, Sister Slowly.
The
The
soul.
eye is the extension of the
Soul.
all right. Anybody else want to try it? You have it right before you're there, Sister Slowly.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Brain. My eye. Brain.
Brain.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Exactly.
The brain.
The
All
pathway.
right. It's the extension of the brain. All right. Let us break down quickly because we're gonna go to those questions and we're gonna do some product, this evening before we wrap up. Okay. The disease of the eye. Don't show them yet, Dr. Linder. The disease of the eye versus symptoms. I want someone, and I am gonna take the liberty to give someone a biomega.
what?
If they can, that is at my cost. Okay, I'm gonna give you a biomega if you can tell me, for cataract, how does one recognize the symptom of the cataract or glaucoma?
The blurriness?
Yeah.
Is it a guess or is it an answer?
It's an answer. It's an answer.
Yeah.
All right.
Blurriness.
Okay. So the glaucoma is you have a blurry vision,
Yes.
right? What about the infection of the eyes? How do you know the eye is infected?
The eyes look tired.
Yeah, all right, tired. All right. I hope someone not have the PowerPoint and answering the question now. You know.
No. This is what notes. This is from notes. This is
No.
from notes. This is from
Yeah.
written notes.
So now you
You-
guys
All right.
know.
You
This
get-
is from written notes.
All
Notes
right.
Angela
Okay.
was talking. Yeah.
You get loss of fluid too, I think.
Okay.
And a fluid can be different color and not healthy.
Okay. And it also you can have red eyes or
Red eye.
dry eyes or pain and so on.
Bacteria,
Right.
yeah, that's the.
Yeah. So some of the these are some of the symptoms. All right. The global eye disease. I want to how can one for what percentage globally is the childhood eye disease?
2.1.
Anybody else want to try?
4%.
4% correct. But I'm not giving you a biometer, right? All right.
Not that much.
All right.
That's
What
not
about
fair.
cataract?
That's
What
not
about
fair.
cataract?
But cataract,
Cataract?
Yes.
Cataract is more, is 50, 51 or something percent.
Yeah, that's
All
big
right.
one.
51%. That is correct.
Yeah.
All right. I wish I would give you a Vision X, but you won't get one. All right. All right. Okay. Let's go to the next slide.
Everything.
All right. For